right? When your shoulders are turned a little too much to the left. I think your right hip's too high. I'd like to see the right shoulder down, the hips kick forward so the right hip's slightly below. Now why? We want symmetry. If the right hand's below the left, the right shoulder should be below the left, and the right hip should be below the left. That's not what's going on with you. You got right hand below the left, right shoulder even with the left, right hip too high. Your shoulders are too level there, and that right hip is too high. That'll help you turn better instead of sway. When the hip's too high, there's more of a propensity to sway. Alright, so here's what we're doing here. Let's see how you did. We got a wider base, got the waggle, still going laterally a little bit. How much different? I like to use 3D technology as opposed to 2D technology because it's more exacting, but let's see how much different it is. So here is your backswing. Okay, that's 2 swings ago. Really, this one almost is better than this one. But again, let's do this. I'm going to make a new box here. So that's more exacting on your hips. Interesting. So the width of your stance has nothing to do with it, because this one you're wider and you're still shifting to the right. And this one you're more narrow, right? And you're still shifting, and it looks like you're maybe shifting less. So
it's just a matter of getting mine.
So the motor program that we've got to make your brain work is we got to get that right hip to go back and this is what's got to continue to be what we're going to work on. Now we got to get that right hip to move back. Right, you can do it. We just got to play that motor program over and over until it becomes subconscious. All right. But, hey, you know what? I love the swing. You know, here are my 2 criticisms. The left arm's too broken down. I want more extension. And we got some sway. Those are the 2 things we got to really deal with. We're going to do it through exercise. We're going to do a reverse lunge. Ankle and knee are in a straight line condition. You're going to work on turning. Notice how I'm not moving anything. I'm just turning from the waist up. Then you're going to do it from this position. I want you to lean in and kick the knee in. This is called a lateral lunge. And rotate. Now you see how that doesn't move. Kick the knee inward. Now shift to the upper body over. So watch. Kick the knee inward first. Now shift the upper body. Translate the upper body over the trail leg. That's better, but watch. So I'm going to shift. Now I've shifted all of my weight over there. Keep the knee in. Yeah, there. Now turn. Don't move the knee. Don't move the head.
Okay.
Right. There. See, that's a whole different ball of wax there, buddy. So watch. If I go translate, now my sternum is now over my trail side. I got all my weight on my trail side. Now I'm going to rotate. Then I go over here and I do the same thing. Kick the knee in. Shift over onto the sternum over that, yep, and then rotate around the fixed axis. So really, you're learning how to rotate around this leg. That's it. Yeah, good. Now, why is that important? Well, it's a power accumulation. Muscles stretch and shorten. There's a concentric and an eccentric movement. It's called the stretch-shorten cycle. And you can't build up any stretch if you don't have some resistance in the lower body. That's it, right. The agonistic and the antagonistic. There's an agonistic muscle, which is the movement muscle. The antagonist is in reverse. Alright. And so that is where we're going. So I'm going to just show you here. Now, I'd like to see a little more extension, but you can see how stable the pelvis is there. He's turning, Notice how there's not a lot of shift. Notice his hips are kind of not doing a whole lot there. I put a box around his hips. What's really interesting is there's the stretch shorten cycle. Watch his lower body get a running start right there. So he's still going back with his hands, but look, the hips have already started forward. That's what that co-activation is, when two opposing forces move in opposite directions. That creates speed. So you don't have any co-activation because you got sway. So once you can turn around a fixed, that's it. That's a lot better. All right, enough said.